absolutely ridiculous. I can't remember who it was against, but his equalizer on the Sylas, it was just phenomenal.
Yeah, and look at the amount of ultimates he can take. The Gnar ultimate, the Rumble equalizer, hell, even the Chain of Corruption on Crash tier.
Look at JJ though, Penguin.
Well, speaking of God tier, it's going to be the Volibear Demigod going into the side of the mid lane. Angel gets caught out. Scout's going to be able to pick him up. It's not going to be much more he can do about it. Flash forward, first blood, nicely done. EDG on the board.
Start doing work on the map. Angel playing for the 1v1 though. Executioner's calling on his side to make sure that Scout can't get any of that cheeky healing.
Well, speaking of cheeky healing, I mean, you need a lot of healing here for the side of Mako as he goes down. Had to burn his flash, but it was all for naught. SOFM gets himself level 6, gets himself into the bot side. Great equalizer, get themselves on the board. Angel just gets himself away through the mist, but this is the kind of situation where if the Ezreal does get ahead, he stays ahead. Very difficult for Varus to kind of deal with it just with the consistent poke coming out. Now On might be in a lot of trouble. JJ flashes forward, gets himself a stun down. Flash there by the Leona. And to be able to get him out with a solar flare, not quite catching, but the chains do instead. And that is going to be a nice kill here. Second one of the game for Scout. And this feels like, again, EDG just playing the map stronger, playing the map better.
And I really like how EDG
to the Rift, as we now have SOFM. Maybe looking for a return gank here in this bot side. Does he get spotted out by the ward? I do not believe he did. There's the solar flare on top of the equalizer, and they're going to go for Mako. They're bullying him now. But it is On who picks that one up with the Ignite. Bit unfortunate it didn't go over to SOFM or Huanfeng, but you'll take a kill for a kill any single day. And SUNING just bullying this bot side. Early game where they eventually build up to that late game where they can just take all team fights. And speaking of fights, Flandre might be in a little bit of trouble. They do get the stun down, but he flashes away, gets the face breaker as well. So Bing going to take a little bit of punishment. Flandre walks himself out of the equalizer and keeps himself alive. Very difficult for the side of SUNING to make this work now without the Mega Gnar, and you can see they're looking for it. They do get the Flame Spitter, they smite him down. There's the Haymaker. Bin needs to be a little bit careful. Never mind, gets himself right on the edge of the Face Breaker, and they eventually make that dive work.
It was close, but still they are able to pull it off. EDG doing a nice job of cross-mapping on the opposite side. So SUNING might get a kill. Bin might also get a turret plate, but at the same time, Viper is getting absolutely stacked right now. 30 CS up, getting a ton of plates on the bottom side. As Scout is realizing he can't go for this 1v1 up against Angel.
Or Mega Gnar just yes. We got a picture-in-picture of exactly how that went down. And it was a Leona solar flare that just ended up missing. And now Flandre might be in a little bit of trouble. He has no flash. There is a flash for Bin, and you got the overheat now. SOFM actually goes down. Flandre picks up a kill in return. SOFM think he had the health bar, and that's just a straight-up unforced error. To be able to try and take these mid-game team fights, and the one I'm specifically looking at is the one at Rift Herald in about 30 seconds time, and there might not be one in 30 seconds, might be right now as On gets jumped on as he tries to go down. They do land the solar flare, but they're just able to keep chasing him down. Viper picks himself up his first kill of the game, and now the side of SUNING, they cannot defend against this Rift Herald take. They have to just get themselves back out onto the map and try and take something else.
EDG on the opposite side also decisive in realizing, hey, we're going to go down and try and get pressured for this Drake.
Well, TP from Scout. There is flashes there. So I say that flash forward. There's the equalizer. Mako is dead. And they're able to get the full reset now. And now Flandre's in a little bit of trouble. Viper as well gets caught out by the solar flare, and he will fall. SOFM picks up a kill on Flandre, and out of nowhere, SUNING come to life.
SUNING doing such a great job of capitalizing on Mako's mistakes. Once again, it is Mako overstepping, trying to get the damage down. SUNING punish him. They're not only going to get dragged, they're going to get a lot of good damage onto this mid lane turret. Going to pick up a ton of kills. And for a team that we were highlighting, EDG are on the same, and they're being, Mako specifically right now being punished.
Oh, speaking of being punished, Flandre in a lot of hurt right now. The equalizer goes down, stops him from getting into him, but they put him right back on those hot coals. Bin says, get your ass back in there. And they end up taking themselves the kill. They are going to look to try and take this turret once the wave comes in as well. They're going to be able to trade a kill and a turret in return on the other side compared to EDG only taking the top lane turret. You have to be able to do when you're playing it on this top side. We do see now in the top lane, Scout in a lot of trouble. Bin TP'd in. You don't see a TP answered back. He still then have used the solar flare, and Scout does go golden. So now Flandre might feel like he can come in round 2 fight. Now I have to go back onto this wall. That's been happening.
Viper,
Oh, in mid lane. They're going to be able to take 2 kills in the mid lane while this is all happening. We were baited. We were outsmarted. They just could not find the kill in topside. But where it did happen was mid lane.
Yeah, soon lane plays on side lane, so they do that. It feels like it makes the rest of EDG forced to roam from mid, and the other 3 members of SUNING are going to catch them off in rotation.
Wanfang, I think you're dead here, buddy. Don't think there's much place for you to go. You don't know flash. You didn't want to use the heal. They end up taking themselves turret in mid, turret in top for SUNING, but they did lose Wanfang, and just overstaying his stay a little bit too much there. It was almost fantastic setup for him and his team getting, but let's have a look at the replay of exactly how it all went down. I think it's just Viper gets caught out. Yeah. Oh, just gets caught there by the side of the Zenith Blade, and then that's all it is.
Let's also be clear that like this was a good setup by SUNING, right? Because the double team do have EDG being very tempered, though, trying to put down Viper's poke first, but I feel like an engagement would come out on, gonna go in, change into an equalizer.
Yeah, might be able to try and get something going for them. Equalizer as well. Still available to them. They go in. There's the solar flare. They're going to land on the 2. The equalizer down, but I don't think they can steal it away. They cannot. So, soul point for EDG. SUNING could not find the go button, but EDG found theirs. Now they're going to be able to take down on. Golden there is SOFM as the Gnar stolen puts Bin into the wall. EDG just got to wait for a couple of rotation of spells, and they might look to try and re-engage this fight. You can see Viper just peppering people down with Mystic shots, throws out the True Shot Barrage and misses, but it is soul point for EDG. Yes, it was very much SUNING finding the aggressive plays the last few times, but it's EDG, they still have that win condition.
First, maybe try to bait them into this river, but I don't think SUNING's going to fall for it.
Now you say that though, but On walked a little bit too close to the sun. We can see the equalizer, great zoning equalizer as we see the set go straight in. They try and just turn this one straight away around. Bin forces the flash out from Viper, and now the fight can really happen right now for SUNING. They've got themselves a great foot in the door, but they don't have any more follow-up. No solar flare. Weren't in a great position to put Bin in, but that was close.
Find his way on someone like Angel right now.
Didn't quite land the abscond abduct. So the flare comes down, does not quite clip Mako properly. Is now On's in a lot of trouble, and oh no, he has no flash. The one member who could not get caught out gets caught out, and that is going to mean an mountain soul for EDG. Oh, disaster for SUNING.
Yeah, and they're going to try and trade by going to Baron, but EDG can make it there in time. Yeah, EDG have a Karma as well if they just want to Mantra E and even get there quicker, but they don't even need that. SUNING going to try and find some kind of cheeky pick. Bin does have Mega. Equalizer's already back up.
Oh man, Flandre walks forward, does have the stride breaker, keep himself safe. You saw just how confident the side of EDG were. They weren't rushing to the Baron. They weren't waiting to see if they could, oh, do we have to try and take this one, this fight right now. They just set up, they went into mid lane, they said, right, we know they're probably not going to go for this, they're going to try and look for a turnaround fight. And now EDG find themselves a gold lead. EDG got themselves the soul, and EDG are taking turrets around the map.
Just executing well on the... Oh, God. Scout's dead?
Yes, I think he is. Oh, is he, though? Flandre is teeping in, and Scout can keep himself alive for a hell of a long time. There is the escort service. Flash forward. The stun does land. We are going to see the solar flare kept on top of him. Bin jumps in, and now Flandre's got to leave. They do end up getting that kill, but now Flandre's in a lot of trouble because he is 1v5 as he tries to turn this one around. 2 kills going over to the side of... over to the side of SUNING. I saw the Viego with Angel, and I was like Silas, and I got very, very confused for a second. Mako has to flash. Spin does fly in forward. There is a TP for Scout, so we need to be very careful. Look at the damage Viper's able to put down right now. SOFM flies in thinking he gets the kill, but no. Viper takes him down, and now he's feeling aggressive. Now he's feeling like he can take this fight. The Mystic shots are just doing so much damn damage as they jump in straight away. Bin gets exhausted. He's going to have Mega in a second, but it's not enough. JJ picks up that kill, and what looked like a fantastic play from SUNING turns right back around and is back in EDG's court. They get themselves the 2 kills. They're going to be able to pick themselves up the Baron. That's going to go into all of their favorite pockets or satchels or whatever the hell you want to talk about. But SUNING, just one good play. It's like it's bad money after good with them at the moment. Yeah, you got such good kite back with the you know, with the Karma, of course, and as well as that, like the Volley Bear, you got the Sky Splitter to be able to put down poke, and you can see now, on jump straight in onto Viper, and Viper may have walked a little bit too close to everybody there. That's a bit unfortunate. And SUNING find themselves another advantage. Bing gets jumped on here. They do have the Mega Gnar stolen away from him, and now he is dead. Flandre finds a kill on the side as well, and one good advantage for SUNING, but it gets turned right the way around. You can see the pings going down. They don't care about the fight anymore. They are going towards that bot side. They are going to be able to take themselves an inhibitor, and with these dead timers, they may look for the game.
And I just can't believe how brawly this game is. They're going back and forth, but you're right. I actually think EDG can probably just end. They do have a wave incoming right now. You have about 20 seconds left, and only Angel.
Only Angel in the arms of an Angel, but the Viego ult has been stolen, so you got Scout being able to reposition himself, and they got themselves tanking up this turret. Angel knows it is over and done. EDG, it was scrappy, it was tough, it wasn't exactly how you wanted to win, but at the end of the day, they still take the game, and they are 1-0 up in this series.
How did that Gwen was released that do extremely well into the Gwen matchup? We know his level 1 is extremely strong as well, right? Gwen ease in, gets the attack speed, the bonus range to damage, a whole shebang, but then Jax just pops.
Be that much further ahead than the others. We see an engage in the bot side. Cleanse has been used by Hwanfeng. He's taking a lot of damage. The exhaust went down on top of Viper, but he picks himself up a kill, forces the flash out of Hwanfeng, and out of nowhere, this 2v2 gets themselves a kill.
SUNING at Prio in mid, SUNING at Prio in top. Viper will be here first, so there will be a small window. But I don't think SUNING are any slouches when it comes to a team fight right now.
The EDG, though, jumps straight in. The Chain of Corruption lands down. They're able to take that kill off. You can see Scout underneath the tower might have gone a little bit too far forward, and SOFM gets a return kill. So it's mid laner for support, but you got to take that trade if you're SUNING. You will take that any day of the week.
Coming from... And Bin and SOFM gonna once again look for Flandre.
Oh, Flandre might be in a lot of trouble here as he jumps in. There is the counter-strike down. Does drop down the mist, but not able to get away from this one, even with the ghost. He's just not fast enough. You got flashes, you got jumps, you've got so many ways of making this one work, and SUNING get a kill onto the Jax. And this is where EDG start to question a couple of the tactics coming into this game, because this Jax is starting to get scary. Angel Scout popping himself back out of vision, putting himself in a brush, saying, right, you don't know exactly where I am, and you don't know where I'm going to be, but I'd say that they're going to jump straight onto Flandre, who is just dead. Nothing he can do about that one there. Bin picks up his second kill of the game, and this combination of the Viego and Jax seems very, very powerful in those 2v1 ganks.
Catch him out with the ethereal chains coming out from the LeBlanc.
Well, TP there from Scout as he gets himself into the game again. TP going to be on the backside, though. That's Flandre. He's going to try and find out SOFM. They're going to be able to catch him out. Onslaught of Shadows into the audacious charge, and that is Flandre with a perfectly placed TP. They didn't sweep the ward, and that is going to be Dragon Soul point for EDG.
And that's the one thing about making his way around.
He is making his way around, and they now know where he is. He wasn't quite in the bush just there. Has been now in a little bit of trouble. Gonna get himself depth charged. Gonna have the counter strike to only land onto one, and that is going to be donated to the Scout Fund on this Akali. And now you can see the reaction play here in the mid lane. Good onslaught of Shadows to just delay and fear everybody away. Viper gets to use all his summoners, but he gets to keep his life.
Just committing to trading sides of the map and playing for the advantage on your Jax. We do see Mako might be giving over an advantage himself.
Yeah, he's definitely most certainly going to be falling here. He does go down a lot of CC before he goes down. He actually commits a hell of a lot on top of him. Angel has no health, and because of the delay, you can see now EDG, they've got the rest of their members here, and there's nowhere for anyone on the side of SUNING to go. They have to back away, and that's going to be Baron.
Yeah, and once again, EDG come out, a bit of a dicey game, but they find a way to get an advantage. Flandre?
Okay, just use the Zonyas, whatever, it's fine, but On taking so much damage with that piercing arrow, and now SUNING, they're in panic stations. They need to try and find a way to stop this Baron from going down. It's all on Hwanfeng and Angel, and it looks like they have enough poke. EDG do not want to risk themselves losing the Dragon Soul. They are going to back themselves away. They'll just take the 2 kills and walk out of it. EDG feel comfortable or confident to go for this. They haven't really landed any poke from the Varus, and that's kind of what you need right now. You need to kind of land a couple of these. There you go. There we go. On takes about half his HP with 1 piercing arrow. Flandre finds Angel. backs him up behind the blue buff. They do land the Kind of Corruption onto Bin, and Bin's already out of this fight. He has to get himself out. He needs to walk away. The dragon goes over. That's the Ocean Soul. And then the fight can really begin. Angel couldn't find an opportunity. And we can see Scout flashes forward with the perfect execution. He's feeling it. He knows he can get the kills. He picks up 2. And now the rest of EDG, they can barrel down mid.
I also feel like EDG, the damage from Viper is so insane, right? It doesn't matter if you have more champions on the side of Suning that can put out long-range damage, like Ezreal, Karma, and LeBlanc. They just don't have any member who's able to eat it, who's able to absorb it, buy time, look for an engage. They just kind of stand there. They don't really have any engage options available, right? No one on this team engages. What does LeBlanc do? Jump in, chain, and then what? Jax runs in, Viego runs in. They're just going to get instantly deleted. You have a ton of CC from the side of EDG as well, so whenever we're in these standoff 4v4 or 5v5, it just feels like EDG should come out ahead, as we are going to get Scout's point of view. Starts up with Rocket Belt, throwing down the Q, putting more damage down. First ult into Shroud. Oh, flashes over. Instantly deletes 2 of them. And that was some nice play coming out from
a T, and EDG are the ones that are going to be able to crack open this base at 31 minutes.
I mean, in split push, the way it traditionally thought of, is pretty much dead in this meta, right? It's all about grouping, fighting for those drakes. As EDG finally engage. Oh my god.
Jesus. We just broke Twitch's terms of use with that one. That was just monstrous amount of damage there coming out from the Varus. And now you've no Karma, you've no shields. What are you supposed to do now, SUNING? You're just watching your base disappear in front of you.
You accept the punishment that's being brought down, Penguin.
There is no other word for it other than punishment, as we can see Mako on fire with these hooks, and they are able to put SUFM into his Guardian Angel, and they may just try and take him out. Another sniper from Viper as he gets himself down. Another kill in his column. 3-0 and 5. This game is all but done now for the side of EDG. They just need to take down the last few structures, take down the Nexus, and they 2-0 in this series, and they go 5-0 in the LPL Summer 2021 split.
Might not have been clean. Might have been a little shaky, a little dicey. Looked like a lot of times there where Suning could have won in both games.